Yeah. We are back, man. We back at it with another one. Yeah, lower that a little bit. Let that ride out a little bit. But yeah, man, we back with another episode at the playback reel on the heels of Elimination Chamber this weekend. And there might just be a new star in WWE. That man being Mr. Trick Williams, aka Trick Willie, Mr. Whoop That, if you will. They finally got a slew of black talent, young black talent on the main roster now. That is very nice to see. That's one of the few positives I'll say about the WWE. As far as how they go about booking them and all that, different conversation. We're going to get into that. But the road to WrestleMania is looking a little shaky, assuming they're going to do what we think they're going to do. That's all I'm going to say to start things off. Mikey Lindsay said, do you think they could do something with Javon Evans? They could. They could. Whatever Kevin Nash said, he was talking out of his ass because talking about Mr. Bojangles and he too that's bullshit. He need to be more urban. It's like you clearly ain't seen him in NXT. That man was a whole YN. So he definitely got that down pat. I mean, he the only wrestler on the fucking roster calling people, "What's up with you, gang?" Like I don't know any other black person on the roster who was doing that, or white person who does that. That is some straight up YN shit. Like I see that every day, YNs and stuff. You say the Trick Williams push, you believe it when you see it. Right now, it's not too bad. If they smart, they're gonna strap a rocket ship to him and send him to the moon. But yeah, my thing is I'm a little bit skeptical of how Triple H is gonna go about booking him and things like that when it gets down to the nitty gritty with championship matches. Because right now, when it's just the stakes are low, yeah, he gonna go over. That's a give me. And I'm really nervous about them possibly changing his theme music at some point because it never fails. Whenever they got a wrestler has a theme song that people rock with, and they get to the main roster, they're like, "Nah, we gotta change it, man. We gotta change some Def Rebel generic bullshit." And it ruins it more times than not. Stephanie Vaquer is a prime example. They say they're gonna do the same thing with Soul Ruka. Whenever she gets called up, they're gonna be a slight character tweak, and it's gonna change her music from that SpongeBob shit with the Surfer Girl thing. Probably gonna turn her goth or something for all we know. You know how Triple H like the goth shit. I mean, they got rid of Karrion Cross and his wife and gave that whole gimmick to Aleister Black and his wife, Selena Vega. And the shit, it just don't work. Say Nash was actually right in hindsight. I disagree with Javon Evans. I disagree. I don't think he was right. That shit was just racist. Let's call it what it is. But he was not right about that. I say the only thing is Javon need to chill out with some of them spots where he's jumping all over the place, like the one on Raw he did. I think it was this past Monday when he did that super high moonsault and then landed on his feet and shit. I'm like, it's Monday Night Raw, bro. Like I get it's Netflix, but chill the fuck out, relax. You ain't got to do all that. Save that shit for the chamber, bro. You gonna fuck around and your knees gonna give out. You gonna fuck up something doing that, and I don't want to see that. Especially you, 21 years old. You got a very bright future. You're the youngest person to be in the elimination chamber. The fact you're on the main roster at 21, like you just now could legally drink. Not a lot of people could say that. So I mean, yeah, so you gotta chill out with some of them super high spots and stuff. I get you do the flippy, that boy bounce, I get it, but chill out, chill out. And they been slick kind of doing the nigga dirty too, Javon, on the low. Like whenever he signed his contract, it was during a commercial break on Raw. Then they got, the thing like you say, Triple K brought out Offset, like really exactly like they got Offset tossing dudes across the table. Offset's what, like 5'10", maybe. They got him tossing Grayson Waller across the table. Like he come on. Really? And the fact they even had the nerve to have Offset out there. It's like, I see what you're trying to do. Like I get it. I see what you're trying to do. You don't need that. He just needs himself. He doesn't need rappers around him and shit. I Triple H to see what you're trying to do, you little bastard. I said Trick reminds you more of a young Booker T. I see those comparisons too. Um, I think it's more of like a fusion of Booker T and The Rock. Cause I definitely get like Hollywood rock vibes from Trick Williams as well too. Like he's got that. He got the catchy entrance. He got the catchphrase and all that shit. And the fact that this man is an automatic star on his debut. This man came out there, the whole crowd popped on his debut while Sami Zayn at the time was still over and shit. And stole the show from the veteran. And he's damn near single-handedly burying Sami Zayn, which it's about goddamn time because I get sick and tired of Sami Zayn's mopey, woe is me bullshit, man. I get so sick and tired of that shit. Especially now, they got Sammy looking like a whole sucker out here moping and shit every episode. But yeah, the road to WrestleMania is in shambles. Obviously, part of it is the financial aspect of things. They're struggling with ticket sales. I mean, think about it. You gonna price out your core fan base, the middle class people, the common man. You price them out so you can chase the big bucks and you can put all these celebrities up front and show them like it's a UFC event, which it is not UFC. On top of that, you're going overseas more. So you basically saying fuck Americans. We going overseas with this shit. I mean, that was a big fuck you whenever they had WrestleMania or announced WrestleMania 43 is going to be in Saudi Arabia. And this time, The Rock is not there to save the day. If for some reason he trots his ass out there for Elimination Chamber, I assume Cody wins the men's, and then The Rock comes out there and they try to repeat the same shit they did last year, minus Cena. I'm just gonna roll my eyes and be like, Jesus Christ, here we go again. Here the fuck we go again. But yes, low ticket sales. You've also got empty seats and things like that. I'll leave this up for a little minute for some of y'all who like to read and stuff. It's not good. I mean, you charging 10 bands minimum just for like floor seats at WrestleMania and all these supposed amenities. You get to meet these wrestlers, VIP and shit. And then when people get there, they come to find out it's nothing like how it was presented. So that's a big issue. That's a big issue. And then the overall product, sure, they got new young blood and in the making on the roster, but that's a problem. That's a big problem. The whole product, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown has issues too, but Monday Night Raw is the worst, the absolute worst. Um, which I think it's on the slide somewhere. Yeah, it's very soon on the slide. But like I said, empty seats that say SmackDown and things like that. That's going on since last year. The PLEs with the Royal Rumble, that one specifically, I'm gonna put it like this. I know that the Saudis were getting there later and they try to hide it with the lights like they did the NBA All-Star game. I can't 100% say that specific PLE. It was just empty the whole time. Beginning the show, definitely. SmackDown, definitely. But even I'm talking about the SmackDown this time. But yes. But I mean, when your local shows are doing this, that's a problem. They need to bring back house shows for real. If you want to, I guess meet that middle ground in some way. If you want to price out the common man, at least bring back house shows. But I know they ain't gonna do that shit. They not. They so used to wrestlers now having all this time off and shit like that. Someone said, "What about when Vince hit a BMW in Connecticut at high speed?" They said they'll drop the charges and if he donate 1,000 to charity, wouldn't the white privilege is that shit? Yeah, that's insane, bro. But I mean, you gotta remember who his wife is too. So when you married to somebody in politics, yeah, you gonna get off on some bullshit like that for sure. The press warlock said he fucked with Trick. Yeah, Trick. I guess Young Star, my favorite of all time, still Randy, but yeah, as far as the young wrestlers, Trick Williams for sure. Your girl Liv Morgan, soon to be 3-time women's women's world champion. Almost said WWE champ. But yeah, Liv Morgan. I don't really have an issue with Liv Morgan. I think the whole Judgment Day thing has ran its course, though. It is just disband the shit. Somebody needs to turn face or heel. No, they already heel. Somebody needs to turn face soon, very soon, because they've been dragging down on the Judgment Day shit for a year too long. Like, just end it. Go ahead and end it, disband it. If you want to keep JD and Finn as a tag, cool. They grew up together, essentially. Finn is his mentor. But just end that shit, please. Please end that shit. It's stale. It's ran its course. They've had some other bullshit feuds. AJ Lee, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch coming out there to start Monday Night Raw. This is one of my issues. The fact they already started off with promos already bothers me. But the fact that you start with Becky Lynch of all people, like this, the character she got now, where she come over there and screaming and shit, it's annoying. And then they got her acting scared of AJ Lee, the girl who skips. Like, that shit probably would have worked 10 years ago, but now it's not the same. And then AJ Lee giving these horrible promos and shit. It's like, that ain't it. That is not it. That ain't gonna cut it. I've been begging, just like in this feud, really in any feud that Becky Lynch has had that revolves around the IC belt for the women's mid card, because they all go on entirely too long. Like her shit with Lyra Valkyrie and that went on way too fucking long. Just end that shit. Randy said the dude CM Punk's gonna go against Finn Balor's gonna turn on the Judgment Day. I fucking hope so. I hope it's Saturday too. They need to speed that shit up because Triple H be taking his sweet ass time with some of these stories, and then he let him cool off before he finally decided to do shit. And that's been an issue for years. Another one, Women's U.S. Championship. Julia gets no pop. Not bad in the ring, just gets no pop. She needs to learn English. We're at that point. She needs to learn English. If Stephanie Figueroa can dedicate time every single day to try to learn English for I don't know how many years, or it's been a year and a half or so, I don't know why Julia ain't trying to follow suit. Because the Japanese promos, that ain't it. That ain't it. I get when you got all the Japanese wrestlers in the ring and you want to have a little moment and shit. But when it's her and say Kiana James and other English speakers, English motherfucker, do you speak it? And that's another thing. Kiana James more over than Julia, and Kiana James was supposed to be like the assistant, if you will. So that's an issue for Julia. Big issue. And they just really ain't booked her right since she got to the main roster. They never really knew what to do with her. They really don't even know what to do with that championship for real anyway. Women's main event, Liv Morgan, Stephanie Figueroa. That makes sense. They've been building up this storyline for a month and some change. I get it. I ain't got no problem with that. My issue lies with the other championship. For one, Jade Cargill, this ain't her fault. This is booking. She only defended this thing one time, and that was against Jordan Grace since she got it. Good match, though. I will say they got good chemistry. Jade and Tiffany do have good chemistry, but like really, you come back and it's too predictable. I have a very strong feeling Tiffany gonna win the Elimination Chamber. I hope not. I hope the fuck not. And I damn sure hope she does not win the title because they try to push her as a face. But the thing she says, it comes off more like a heel. So it just comes off misplaced. That's my issue with her. It's just super misplaced. I don't like that. And then once you get past the it's Tiffy time shit, that's it. Like all she is really just looks. That's it. She's decent in the ring, but she just looks. She ain't got the promo skills and all that shit to really, you know what I mean? Unless you want to go full-fledged heel, maybe. My issue with Elimination Chamber. The championship, here's number one. Why the fuck did they already announce Roman versus CM Punk and Mania? And then on the back end, be like, oh shit, you know what? Let's give Finn a championship match against CM Punk in CM Punk's hometown this time, instead of the other way around where they was in Ireland and Finn lost. We know what the fuck finna go down. Finn finna lose because ain't nobody gonna want to see Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. Super overmatched. Super overmatched. Nobody wants to see that. Even though CM Punk is washed as all hell, no one wants to see that shit. And Finn is good in the ring, but nobody wants to see that. And we know who's gonna win. This was so fucking stupid. Like dumb as hell. If anything, they could at least enter the Elimination Chamber. Say Finn had a won against Punk in Ireland, then handed it back to him in Chicago, and then you could probably set up the Roman Reigns CM Punk shit. But Roman Reigns could come out at Elimination Chamber and be like, "Yo, I choose you to go against your Mania and all the other shit." They go from there. Like I said before, please end the Becky Lynch AJ feud. Please fucking end that shit. In the men's Elimination Chamber, I really hope I'm wrong about this, but when you look at who's in it, you got Randy Orton, who Triple H has been actively sabotaging his title number, making sure he don't pass him because they both have 14 championships apiece. LA Knight, we know what he finna do in the chamber. You know he finna end up on the losing end like usual. So I've given up on LA Knight at this point, especially when Trick Williams can come on there and he's getting the push he's getting so fast. But LA Knight's in there. Javon Evans, you already know he's not finna get the championship match this soon. He got time. He's 21. He's there for the excitement. He's there for the Montez Ford type spots. He gonna jump off one of the pods. He gonna do all the crazy wild shit. He gonna probably jump to the top and then jump across to the other side or something for all we know. All I gotta say is be safe, young blood. Be safe. Don't hurt yourself. Trick Williams, I'm curious what he does in the Elimination Chamber. If I was booking this, I just go ahead and say, fuck it, Trick Williams, you gonna win this shit. Have you go against Drew McIntyre since Trick and Drew been talking shit to each other anyway in the past few weeks. I know they both heal, but fans still fuck with Trick Williams. Jey Uso, that was a last minute change because Bronson Reed got injured with his arm whenever he dove trying to break up the pin. I'm gonna say this. I'm sure we all know Jay isn't gonna win because he wasn't in the original plan anyway to be in the Elimination Chamber. They tried to give him the ball, did not go the way it was expected, or the way they wanted to. Because I mean, we've seen his botches, the botches he keeps having every single week. So we know what's gonna happen there. Women's probably gonna be Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley. They still got tag team titles and shit. Alexa Bliss, interesting, but I mean, you put her against say a Jade Cargill, like super mismatch, unless they find a way to make it at say a triple threat, and they could segue that into I don't know, putting Charlotte Flair in there just so they could break up the tag team or something. But I doubt it. Asuka, doubt she's the one that goes against Jade. Kiana James, that'd be cool, but nah. I'm curious what she does in the Elimination Chamber though. Raquel Rodriguez though, two powerhouse type women in the match. I wouldn't be mad at that. I still prefer Jade win, but I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Doubt she wins though, but I wouldn't be mad. Becky and AJ Lee, I could give a fuck who wins. I really could care less. AJ's in and out anyway. She shows up sporadically. What's the point of giving her the IC belt? Just so you can see it once a month, maybe twice a month if you're lucky. Punk and Balor, we already know how that's gonna go. It's in Chicago. I mean, hell. The Vision, boy, they ass. They been ass from the start. And then it only got worse when you added more and more people to it. Real quick, Randy said, I'm tired of Samoan bloodline bullshit. You know that's gonna still keep going. I wouldn't be surprised if Zilla Fatu got signed by WWE, even after the shit he said about the GCW owner. Well, I think it was the owner when he said he liked to be on some chomo shit. Zilla, he definitely one of them crash out type of niggas. I can already tell. And the fact no one minds Trick meaning no one did. Wait, what? The fact no one minds Trick meaning no one dislikes him in the crowd. Trick got it going. Yeah, it's funny because Trick a heel too. Trick a heel and the crowd still fuck with him. But he ain't the only heel like that where they still fuck with him. Drew McIntyre was like that at one point. At one point. But yeah, like I was saying, back to the Vision. It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. No one really wants to see Seth Rollins be the champion number one when he was champion. Nobody wants to see that ratings go down when he's champion. This ain't the first time. On top of that, it was cool that they at least brought up Braun Breaker to the main event sphere. Cause I said probably about a year ago, I was like, yo, Braun Breaker gonna be up next and all that shit. I think he was better off if he was gonna be brought up by himself or just with Paul Heyman. That would have worked. Because with the Vision, it's too cluttered. It's too much shit going on. He can't really shine the way that he needs to. Then he needs more mic skills. Pause. Like there's some things that got to be worked on, and then you over here getting injured, flipping the table, and my bad, part of a table, and all this shit. It's just it's a bad look. It's a bad look. Austin Theory, I was happy they brought him back to the main event sphere, but this wasn't it. This just wasn't it. They hit again, promo skills not there. Bronson Reed, promo skills again. It's just not nothing about this shit is convincing or tough or intimidating. Like none of it. None of it. Maybe Braun Breaker, but none of it. It doesn't. And then Logan Paul being there and it's just too much. It's just too much. Because I feel like Logan Paul's gonna steal the show anyway. Because everybody knows him who doesn't even watch wrestling, and he gonna generate the most heat by default. Because he was better off just by himself. Shit, he ain't need to be with Bronson, Paul Heyman. He didn't need none of that shit. Just be him. People boo him, he'll get heat. And now they down to two people, just Logan Paul, Austin Theory. Well, I guess Paul Heyman if you want to count him. But then you got Seth and the Bronze out with injuries. So any of the WrestleMania plans they had Knicks scratched out there. Gotta do some other shit, try something new. Randy said Cody gonna get his. Let me pull up. Cody gonna get his title rematch against Drew again. I fucking hope not. And they probably gonna make it a triple threat somehow. Jacob Fatu gonna be in the mix because they've been building up this feud between the three, going back to Cody and Drew's match in the steel cage and shit. I hope not. I'm just tired of Cody being in the picture. They need to give it a breather. They tried it with him being the quarterback. It ain't work. It got stale very quick. So Seth is Universe Champion 2019 exposed him. Kobe was putting better ratings as champion that time. Facts. It's because Triple H, that's like Triple H's son right there, Seth Rollins. And of course, Becky Lynch get the same treatment for the women. Again, back to the Vision, the masked man shit. For one, this whole masked hooded man shit is gotten old. Like you had R-Truth do it. That one was cool when R-Truth did it. That was fine. Then you followed up with Austin Theory doing it. And now you got Grayson Waller. But then the same night that Bronson Reed gets hurt, Grayson Waller is suddenly back with the New Day. And it's just like, so we just gonna act like this shit never happened. We just gonna drop the story. Or like where do you even go with this at this point? Because they should have just introduced or revealed who the masked hooded person was a week and some change ago. Now it's like, what's the point? There's two active members of the Vision. What's the point? Like, where do you go from this? We know what Waller, in theory, they had history A Town Down Under, but where do you go from this? Where do you go from this? It's gonna be one of the things they just hope we forget about. That's the fucked up part. So Seth Rollins gonna come back and fuck Roman's matchup against CM Punk. You know what? I'd be mad if it happens, and I wouldn't be surprised either. You might be right. I can see that shit because they have dragged that CM Punk Seth Rollins beef for a long time. Roman too, because they got history with the Shield. I hope not. And we gonna get into what you said, things like that, here in a couple more slides. Yeah, right here. Every episode, yeah, basically right here. Every episode of Monday Night Raw before the injuries, the Vision wouldn't come in there. It'd be a great match or a decent match. Then all of a sudden the Vision all come in there and just fuck up the ending to the match, and it's like it's a DQ. And I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all wrestled for 20 fucking minutes, put on a solid match, crowd was involved, shit was dope. Get to the point, I'm like, I cannot wait to see who wins. And then all y'all come in the ring and just fuck everything up. It's like, what the fuck, Triple H? Like, what is wrong with y'all niggas? Some PLEs, the same shit. And some Friday night SmackDowns when the Vision were there or made an appearance early in the show. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, can y'all not have a clean finish to a match anymore? Like, are y'all allergic to that shit? But all of a sudden, when you see these niggas getting hurt, now all of a sudden you can have a full match now where, say, a Javon Evans can win in the main event match, so he could qualify for Elimination Chamber. Or I forgot who had their match Monday night for the main event. Because I think it ended it clean too. It ended clean. I forgot who it was. But anyway, it wasn't interrupted. And that shit keeps happening. And it's not just Division. This happened Friday Night SmackDown. Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. Why? Just like, why? That boy, Randy Orton better win the chamber after Drew McIntyre hit that man with that belt. And let Aleister Black win. Why? Just let the match end. Like, goddamn. Drew was already there earlier. They've been doing the whole Drew McIntyre writing and booking just dog shit. Dog shit. It was cool he got the title. I was like, thank God he took it off Cody. But it's been dog shit, bro. Like, they got this man running and shit, running scared like a bitch. The man like 6'8". 6'8", what, 270? Why are you running from anyone, especially Cody Rhodes? You are bigger than him. Why? The nigga got the ugliest neck tattoo in history, with bleach blonde hair at the age of 40, damn near 5. Why are you running from him? Jacob Fatu, I could kind of understand. That man a little unhinged. Why the fuck are you running from Cody? Seriously. Come on. And again, no reason to interrupt Randy Orton's match with Aleister Black like that. Like, what are we doing? What's good, Bronze, man? What up with you? Bronze in the building. So you was pissed how Triple H did Cena in his last match, tapping out to Gunther. Yes. And they try to act like John Cena approved it, and that's how he wanted to go out. I don't believe that shit, and I refuse to buy that shit. I refuse to believe John Cena, Mr. Don't Give Up, Never Give Up. It's like, you know what? I'm going to tap bullshit. I'm not buying it. And I think Triple H sabotaged that shit too, because Triple H was never the guy. That's why. He might have been married into the family, into the power and all that with the McMahons, but he was never the guy. It was Cena. Drew 6'5", 260. Exactly. No reason to be running. Way too goddamn big to be running and shit. But yeah, there was a lot of things with Cena's retirement tour I could talk about that they fucked up. It still don't sit well with me the way they did the I don't know why I'm thinking Braun Breaker. Brock Lesnar shit. They just had him come in there and basically bully him. They have a match. Brock bullies him again. That's it. Cena don't get his get back. But yeah, other things, man. LA Knight's booking in big matches. That's Triple H. It's clear Triple H got beef with this nigga. Like, I don't know what LA Knight did to Triple H behind the scenes, but it got to be something besides just getting yourself over organically by yourself. Cause, bro, it's just the way this nigga still loses, bro. I'm like, in big matches, I'm like, you know, he should have won that shit. You know it, but they stay honing him every time. There you go, Drew McIntyre's careless bullshit, despite being 6'5". That's getting old, very old. Randy Walker said AJ Styles too. They did him dirty too. Exactly, they did his ass dirty too. Especially the way it was so quick. It's like I feel like they could have waited till WrestleMania and then did all that shit, or if you didn't want to do it at a PLE, wait till they got to, I don't know, Atlanta, Georgia, with a nigga from Georgia. Same way they did Bill Goldberg in Georgia, and he have his last match there. But I know they inducted him into the WWE Hall of Fame quick as hell, trying to lock him down for that, that Legends contract. A lot of people say so he can't go to AEW or other promotions. Number one, I think he done. Like, he's done. That man want to be with his family. He is not coming back to wrestle. Unless the Saudis say, hey, WrestleMania 43, we need AJ Styles. I think that's the only way we're gonna see that happen. But and I'm content because he didn't go out sad in the sense of he didn't fall off. He didn't get to the point where he was washed as fuck like CM Punk or like a Undertaker, where it's like, man, you really need to retire. No, AJ was still phenomenal. And I'm like, dude, I can respect that. I can respect that shit. I can totally respect that. When I was younger, watching, I wasn't big into TNA. I knew who the fuck AJ Styles was. I can tell you that. And for once, Triple H actually kind of said something right when he said AJ was kind of like he compared him kind of like Shawn Michaels. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't disagree with that. He said LA Knight didn't pull a Mountain Lewinsky on Triple H. You know what's funny about LA Knight is the fact he's always in all the Slim Jim commercials and shit. Like you will see him in commercials all the time. It's like him, Jay Uso. Who else is always in commercials? Bianca Belair. She ain't been. She need to come back soon too. Monica Lewinsky. I got you. But yeah, it's like you see LA Knight in all these commercials and stuff, but you do not see him in the championship or with the championship around his waist. It's like, come on, bro. If you gave it to Jay Uso, I know he's Samoan and shit, but Jay Uso, Mr. comes to the ring unsober, definitely a little drunk. I'm being generous when I say a little drunk, definitely high, but not LA Knight. Come on. Come on. Like, come on, bro. That's part of the reason that nigga be so tired with all that yeeting and shit. It's not even just the fact he yeeting and he got to go through all these fans, and it's the fact he not sober doing this shit. So he extra gassed. Y'all saw how bad that super kick was on Otis when Otis was doing the worm and shit. That man missed completely. And you couldn't hide the shit. That's the worst part. The way the hard can was, you couldn't hide it. This man missed Otis's whole head by some inches, bro. Lastly, Book and Randy Orton to never surpass Triple H in championships at 14. Yeah, because I mean, you got this man in matches with Aleister Black as the main event. That should tell me everything I need to know about Randy Orton, and the fact he lost to Cody Rhodes at Night of Champions. Yeah, I think it was Night of Champions in the King of the Ring tournament or whatever. Another thing, MFTs, Wyatt 6 in that shit. MFT is kind of stupid. Solo doesn't always need to have a faction with him. And that goes back to the statement about the Samoan bloodline shit, even though they all not Samoan, but still. Why? Break up the Wyatt 6. First, start with that. Break them up. Because I'm tired of these cringe ass wannabe scary cryptic promos. The shit worked with Homeboy's brother, Bray Wyatt. It ain't working with Uncle Howdy. It's just not. Just go ahead, just break them up, bro. It's just not working. Jay's eating obsession. The Royal Rumble, number one. It was so bad that Brock Lesnar told Cody, go ahead and eliminate me, bro. Go ahead. Just go ahead and eliminate me. Then in War Games, like why? Or in the middle of a match talking about some running back. Nigga, no. Don't fucking run it back. Besides, yeeting is an old thing. Men's tag division, they need some juice. Need some definite juice. Where the fuck are the Street Profits? Serious question. Where are they? They doing all these like NXT shows and Montez Ford to put on weight. What the fuck is going on? I see the tag divisions in motherfucking not skits, but segments more than I see them in matches. Like the Motor City Machine Guns. I see them in segments. You got Johnny Gargano's punk ass over here moping and planking and shit because Ciampa went to AEW. Like, what is this shit? Like, come on. What is this shit? Like, just come the fuck on, bro. What is this shit? Fraxium, they got him in backstage. What are we doing? They got more active with the women's side of the tag division than the men. Like, come on. And then you got 70% ads and promos for these shows. More specifically, Monday Night Raw. SmackDown has this issue too, but they will still go out their way to put in more matches and things like that. And 30% wrestling. AEW would never. That's all I'm gonna say. They start their show with a match. They'll end their show with a match. If they have a promo, that promo is not 20 fucking minutes long. It's maybe 5, and it's gonna conclude with a match. I don't know why that's so hard for WWE to grasp. I get you got sponsors. So does AEW. So what's your excuse? To overfilm with what Brock Lesnar's ass? Hell yeah, Brock Lesnar old as shit. Brock Lesnar got what 30 years on overfilming. Sure, he got roids, but nah, that man get gas quick as hell. And I'm waiting for Overfilmy to come out there for that Brock Lesnar challenge. Cause like who else? Who else gonna come out there for the Brock Lesnar WrestleMania challenge or whatever the fuck he called it? Another thing, this dumbass mystery box shit where they keep shipping it from Raw to SmackDown back to Monday Night Raw. Oh no, wait till the Elimination Chamber. It's gonna be some DLC bullshit. I don't think it's gonna be an actual wrestler. It's not gonna be Chris Jericho because the way they got this contract on AEW. Like it ain't gonna be Brock Lesnar obviously because they showed him. What like if who could it be? Who could it possibly be? Because I don't think it's a who. I think it's a what. It's gonna be some bullshit. You got Gunther as the new legend killer, despite tapping to Jey Uso. His character's already null and voided. Crowd's already saying you tapped out the moment he starts talking. When he brags about making John Cena tap out, retiring AJ Styles and shit. Come on. Say Gunther versus Brock. You know what's crazy is I could Goldberg too. That's another one he beat. But it's crazy to think that we might get to that point where it's Gunther who gonna retire Brock too, and that's gonna really pad his resume of who he retired. Besides John Cena, of course, that's the biggest name. But Brock Lesnar, and now with this one, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think Brock would tap. I'm talking about Mr. UFC. I don't think that's the case. If anything, it would probably be a situation where I don't know. He makes Brock pass out, quote unquote. But I don't think Brock gonna tap. That shit ain't gonna fly with him. That wouldn't even be believable. That's the craziest part. And then anytime Sami Zayn is on the screen, that shit really irks me because it's never anything good. Like I'm never happy when Sami Zayn gets on the screen. There's nothing good that comes from it because all is gonna happen. He gonna come out there, talk about how I think I can, I'm gonna win the WWE championship, the heavyweight championship, and it's not gonna happen. It's like, bro, it's over. We know you never gonna win that shit. You couldn't win in Saudi Arabia, and you Muslim, dog. Like it's over with, fam. You couldn't do this shit in Canada. It's over with. Like he's really the Buffalo Bills of wrestling, dog. Like it's over with. And it's even worse now. You got a new star who just came up to the roster, stole your whole thunder while you were in the same ring with him on his debut, and has been cooking your ass in promos since he got there. That is horrible. That is horrible. That's very bad because it's not even just in the ring L's. Now you taking L's and promos, nigga. Like that's horrible. Sammy take L and repeat. Call that nigga Sammy Lane. But yeah, bro, that's horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. And then you got now this ain't 100% on him that's booking. But what I'm finna say, the moping around and shit, they really got segments with this nigga moping around because he lost. That is the most bitch made shit I have ever seen. You moping around because you lost. That's up there with Johnny Gargano planking on top of the box and on top of this random shit. Because Ciampa left and went to AW, but you moping around, you got Ray Phoenix trying to cheer you up and all. Like he really looks like a bitch. Like there's no other way to say it. He looks like a bitch. He don't even look like a wrestler anyway. I mean, he got the skinniest arms I've ever fucking seen from somebody who supposedly wrestles. Like he looks like somebody's dad. Like he looks like somebody's deadbeat dad. Like Sami Zayn is so fucking trash, bro. So fucking trash. If it wasn't for that bloodline storyline, bro, nobody would even remotely pop for him the same way that he was getting. But after he apologized to Cody, I don't know. He might eventually get booed. He should have been turned heel when Karrion Kross was trying to turn him to the dark side. Highlights are more interesting now instead of the full show. Hell yeah. You can get caught up on everything that happens on really SmackDown too. But mainly Monday Night Raw. You just like go there, you see, oh shit, they have 4 matches. Damn. What, 2.5 hours, 4 matches. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Oh yeah, the worst part too. When Trick Williams said this man's breath said that nigga breath smelled like 10 pounds of bounce that ass. I was like, oh yeah, it's over for Sammy, bro. You can't come back from that. You can't. The lemon pepper steppers. You went and got some lemon pepper wings afterwards, man. Hey, that's the best kind of wings too. They gotta be lemon pepper wet though. I know a lot of people like lemon pepper dry. Fuck that. Lemon pepper wet all day, every day. But yeah, they got him a star in Trick Willie. They got him a star for sure. He ain't the only one. He the biggest one, but he ain't the only one. This right here. I forgot. I didn't even talk about this. I forgot about him because he hasn't been in the match besides the Royal Rumble. This man, Royce Keys. Okay. So obviously he was hired so Triple H could beat the allegations that he don't like niggas. Only problem is everything that has gone on since he got signed points back to Triple H don't like niggas. And I feel like the only reason Oba and say Trick Williams are getting pushed that way, that's TKO saying, we see something right here. Triple H push them. Do not fuck this up. That's all. That's why I see. Because if Triple H was 100% over, like booking 100%, there was no TKO influence. Trick Williams would not be getting in the main event on SmackDown so fast. Oba Femi probably would have lost to Kit Wilson at some point if it was just up to Triple H, knowing the way he get down. Get some hot sauce on the side. Hell yeah. He did cook his ass, man. But yeah, like Triple H would not have any of these black stars doing what they doing. He'd still be holding them. Royce Keys. Now, this is the crazy part. This man was in the Royal Rumble, and yet somehow he got a whole podcast episode with Triple H's wife. Why you got more time on the podcast than in the ring, my guy? Like, make it make sense. Why? Why is that? And the worst part is the first clip they showed, which backstory. The story was about how his brother, his brother gave his life to save him. I think in a shooting or something, because his brother was like a drug dealer and all this stuff. And Stephanie was trying to get him to really snitch on his family, which is fucked up. But he was breaking down because it was like a real emotional thing. And that's the first clip they showed on Monday Night Raw when they was advertising this podcast episode was this nigga crying. Like y'all know better. Like, really? Out of all the different clips, because I think it's a 2-hour podcast, if I remember correctly. Out of 2 hours worth of podcasting footage, the first thing you could catch was this nigga crying. You could get him laughing and smiling or just talking about his dreams and aspirations of being in WWE, wanting to be backstage and at WrestleMania and being a champion and all this shit is probably never gonna happen. But nah, y'all had to make sure y'all got this nigga crying. A dude who came in there named Powerhouse Hobbs. Power, keyword power. Power, strength. But nah, you got this nigga crying like a bitch. I understand the circumstances. But at first glance, nigga named Powerhouse Hobbs or Royce Keys, which sounds like a drug dealer. Either way, the name sounds like a whole weight. And you got him crying. You see where I'm getting at with this shit. Like, what like, come on. Like, put this nigga in the ring. Hell, put him against Brock Lesnar for all I care. If it ain't over, put him out there. Or shit, even better, have him come out there at some point to challenge Obafemi. Boom, there you go. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Exactly. Like the Get Out scene. Exactly. It's basically just vetting this nigga. Vetting him, poking, prodding to see where his weak points are. And I don't even like watch her podcast like this, but I've seen, enough of the clips from what's homeboy name? Intern John, man. One of my favorite wrestling like YouTube channels and shit. Shout out to Intern John. He do some great breakdowns on finding shit, but yeah, it's just like yeah, like he said, is the Get Out scene shit very very eerie. He said it. Steph's podcast is the farm these wrestlers get them in line. Remember when Vince said the N word on Raw years ago? Hell yeah, Booker T didn't do shit. I think they call Mark Henry like a what do they call him like a silverback gorilla or something like that. He ain't do nothing about it, and he the world's strongest man. Like that's crazy. That is insane. And you look at how they do R-Truth. R-Truth anywhere else, he can play the shit out of a serious character. I mean, he did it in WWE before, the serious shit. And he was good at it. Go look at his TNA promo when he said I look like a star and he was calling out the WWE, I think F at the time. Like, he is cold with it. For real, but they got him playing a step and fetch it ass nigga. And that's what he re-signed to do, which is crazy. I guess he did it for more money. So there's that, but still. But yeah, your future stars, should I say? You got Trick Williams, the one. I say the one above the rest of them. Obafemi, of course, the ruler, the big strong Bobby Lashley type of character. Javon Evans, the super young dude, 21 years old, jumping all over the ring, all that shit. But hey, slow down with that. You're 21. Don't fuck up your knees before you hit 30. And then we're gonna be talking about, damn, you remember when that Javon Evans was like that, but then after them knee injuries, he ain't been the same, and now he washed. Chill out with that shit. You just say that shit for the big PLEs, things like that. Don't just, you know what I'm saying? Don't just do this shit on a Monday night or a Friday night just cause. Don't chill out. That OG Cutter on one of the Americanos, that shit was nice. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, holy shit. I've never seen anything like that. Like I thought Orton's RKO on Evan Bourne was cold and like that, or the one on Seth Rollins was like that. That OG Cutter was nasty, bro. I was like, shit. Like the hops is insane. Like I want to know, what does this nigga do to jump that high? That ain't just genetics. What is he doing? I need to know. So Hobbs already lied about his age. Let's humiliate him. Yeah. I checked Wikipedia to see if they're gonna show his real age on there, cause it used to be on there, the perceived age or whatever the fuck he lied about. Now they ain't got no age on that motherfucker, bro. That shit just got all his other information, but the age is just gone. Turns out what he's like 40 something years old. Like how? Come on, bro. Y'all don't do better background information to figure out that you lying and shit. Come on, WWE. What y'all doing? You over here to poke and prodded this nigga and shit. Come on. Anyway, Lash Legend. That's another Trick Williams' fiance. That's another one on SmackDown that they should push. I'm gonna put it like that. They got it with Nia Jax, which is good. Pair with a veteran, a heel. Lash played a heel. I can see a little bit of that rubbing off on Nia now. Certain things she be doing with her hair and all that, but yeah, Lash Legend. That's another one. Powerhouse again. Kiana James, believe it or not, she black half. She been doing good in the ring, stealing the spotlight from Julia, which is not hard. They need to feud at Mania or something. They need to feud. Kiana need to go solo. That's what the fuck need to happen. Because it ain't working with her and Julia because she didn't surpass Julia when you really think about it. Jordan Grace, that's another, and I can see they gonna push her for sure. And she got the Cody Rhodes cosign years ago. Same way Roxanne Perez got the CM Punk cosign and shit. Jordan Grace got that same shit. She gonna be another one they push. And of course, whenever she comes up, Sol Ruka, she was one of the last 4 in the female Royal Rumble this year. One of the best finishers, the Soul Snatcher. That motherfucker is cold. So, I'm curious what they do to her character though. Like when they say tweak it, are we going back to, is it still gonna be the surfer girl shit? Or are they gonna go full goth? Like how they did Rhea Ripley was like blonde hair and shit, and all of a sudden looked like Marilyn Manson. Did I see the clip when Paige was sleeping with everybody behind the scenes? Oh, I feel like this is a loaded question. Are you talking about with a specific dude named Xavier? Are you talking about that? Or are you talking about just overall? Because there was a video, I forgot who did it, but it was basically talking about it kind of started with her and Alberto Del Rio's very toxic ass relationship and kind of worked its way back. But yeah, I knew she got around. She ain't the only one, but I knew she got around. We're going crazy over family and trick. And Javon was not realizing the Street Profits have not been seen on TV since October. They're trying to replace the Street Profits, possibly get rid of them. Yeah, the way I've heard it was Montez Ford had an opportunity to go solo at some point, but he never wanted to leave Dawkins. Like he was like loyal to him. He basically chose loyalty with Dawkins over going, solo because they basically saying Trick Williams is where Montez Ford should have been years ago, and now they kind of just stuck where they are. They modern crime time. That's what except with belts. They do the same thing with the Boogeyman. Yeah, Boogeyman lied about his age too. I feel like the difference with Boogeyman is that man was willing to eat worms. So they kind of just it was like, all right, man, this nigga weird, but he over here eat worms and shit. Like real worms. They ain't props and she ain't go to Party City. Nigga eating real worms and shit. Yeah, they just gonna leave that nigga alone, bro. You got it. You just go and crawl to the ring, bro. You got it, dog. You got it. You don't know none of these. Oh, hold on 1 second. So none of these people look or act like stars. Trick Williams definitely does. Trick Williams has it. Obafemi, he does in that powerhouse type shit. Like he don't really need to talk a whole lot, kind of like a Bobby Lashley. Javon, he got it too. Javon Evans, he got it too. Not to the level of a Trick Williams. Lash legend for the women. I'm curious how it goes when she by herself. Being with Nia Jax helps with some of that heat because Nia Jax gets booed by default. Kiana James, slow build. That's gonna be a slow build. Jordan Grace is gonna be them cosigns. That's what's gonna get her. Them cosigns, specifically for Cody Rhodes, cosign gonna get her like Roxanne Perez with CM Punk. So Ruka, it ain't gonna be character, it's gonna be in ring shit. Unless she improves in that area. Think we'll see a lot of tarps at WrestleMania, probably the nosebleeds. Oh man, I don't know. They might do lights. I don't think they'll do tarps. They might do the light shit, them little LEDs and shit like they did in Saudi Arabia. This man. Oh shit. That's funny. So what I think of the Cody Raheem stuff, that shit was cringy as fuck. Like obviously the easiest thing to say is it was during Black History Month, but it's just low hanging fruit. Like no pun intended, but like really, dog, like this ain't the first time he talked about shit like that. He talked about was it John Cena's Peacemaker or something when they was in Knoxville on SmackDown. Like come on, bro. And then you got people making blackface like memes and shit of Cody. It's like, come on, dog. Like really? I get he got a black wife and shit, but like really? Said whoop that trick. Hell yeah. Even though that's a Memphis thing, but yeah. He got it over. I ain't mad. I ain't gonna knock it. Melo definitely a star too. He been getting a moderate pop too. He been getting a moderate pop. I'll say this about Melo. Because he's someone who took a lot of losses early on before he finally got the US championship. And I'm glad that which I think it's a double-edged sword how they do it. With the US title, US Open Challenge or whatever, where every week he's essentially putting this thing on the line against different wrestlers. My issue is like, why is Ilya Dragunov constantly in the mix? Like, let that shit go. Let it go. The Miz, let that shit go. Let him, not Montez, but Mello go against other people. Kind of just do his own thing and not just be handcuffed to these two people. But yeah, I like Mello. I think the only knock on him, which I don't mind, the size thing. He ain't as big physically as like a Oba or a Trick Williams for that matter, because Trick Williams played football. Javon, he's small and skinny too, but he can still grow. I'm just curious, how long does this last? And since Trick is already in the main event, would they do some shit? Because I could see Triple H doing some bullshit where they try to segue and say, instead of you gonna get this main event push to actually get the title, you going to the US championship, you gonna win it off of Mello. I could see them doing some bullshit like that. If they let Montez Ford, hold on. If they let Montez Ford, Bianca's going to the women's division, can't afford without a leg, so they better do something with those guys. I think that's the only reason they still there. The Street Profits for real is who Montez is married to, like the female baby face. But yeah, they should have been pushed him. Have Stone Cold come back and win the title. Man, it'd be a decent pop at the time, but then give it a week or so, and it's gonna be like, that man damn near what, 60? How old is Stone Cold? Like 60 some years old, I think. Too damn old. It's gonna be like, we back to square one with keeping the titles on these old people. Said Bianca had another, like, recently, because I know the hand injury was worse than what people initially thought, like months ago. But another's like, damn, bro, like, this would be the best time too to bring her back to go against Jade. It's like, damn. Because I still want to see that shit. Jade against Bianca. We saw Naomi versus Jade, and now Jade's the heel. Naomi was a heel. She had the championship, got pregnant, obviously had to vacate it. That's a shame. We can't get them all at the same time. Like, because it'd be really interesting now how Naomi would have interacted as a heel with Jade, who's a heel too, and say both of them were champion, which I doubt that would ever fucking happen. The way Triple H be booking. And then say Bianca was in the mix. That shit would be fucking cinema. But it is what it is. That Ted got a damn bod too. Say Triple H gonna be fired this year. Hey, if they don't sell them WrestleMania tickets, you ain't wrong. And I'll be like, I hope so. Get somebody who knows, like, creatively what the fuck to do. Whether it be, say, a Shawn Michaels. Hell, the main person he been beefing with, Triple H, that is, The Rock. Because even though The Rock's an asshole, when it comes to creativity and storylines and shit, The Rock has some really good ideas that for some reason keep getting ignored by a certain somebody whose name is on the screen right now after the word think. So I'm just saying, if only issue is if The Rock did run shit, you would see the Samoans with titles all the fucking time. All of them, the motherfuckers have titles. Solo Sikoa and MFTs, they'd have tag titles. Well, shit, they do now. The Usos would be having tag titles. Roman Reigns would be champion, and he wouldn't be showing up all the time. Who else am I forgetting? Well, shit, the IC belt, it wouldn't be on Dom. It'd probably be on some Samoan. It would be some shit like that. And that's another thing too. Dom does not defend the IC belt enough. Another booking issue. I forget it even exists, to be honest. Main event of night one should be LA Knight versus Drew for the title, but Triple H won't allow it. I think the way they built it up too is just like, we can't really go in that direction. Really can't. Like, the way everything is set up now, it's like there's no smooth pivot to go to Drew McIntyre. If it was like some months ago, maybe you could weasel into that, but not now. Can't even sell out Elimination Chamber this Saturday, and that ain't even a fucking football football stadium. That's a basketball arena. Things at the United Center. That ain't good. But that's what happens when you price out your core fan base. I heard that too. I've heard that too. I heard that's part of how Triple H would be out. Because Paul Heyman is notoriously a slime ball too. He got better ideas than Triple H, that's fucking sure. But yeah, just go look at some of them New Jack interviews when New Jack was talking about Paul Heyman. He has some good shit to say about him for sure. But he definitely has some bad shit too about how much of a snake Paul Heyman was. But yeah, man, wrestling, WWE specifically, they at a crossroads right now. They can either get back on the right track with the young talent they got, and if they build them up properly, which has been a huge issue, is they have not been building up the young talent properly because they keep going back to the old wrestler veteran nostalgia, wishing well, and when they're gone, you're gonna see more and more empty seats. Because part of it too is there's a certain name that retired before AJ Styles, very big name, and that's what did it for WWE. That's what did it. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say his name. We can't even see him. So wrestlers that know WWE is not wrestling. WWE is not all of wrestling. So that is not true. It ain't there. Just WWE is. Just to be honest, AEW been kicking WWE ass for a minute. It's just a lot of the WWE tribals that are on the internet who don't even watch AEW. They just gonna automatically just jump to it and say, "Oh, AEW is this or that." And it's like, if you actually look at the PLEs, they are pay per view, should I say? They are able to put on more matches than just 4 or 5. Like, let me go back to that slide. I get it's the Elimination Chamber and all that, but just think about this. Like, where's it at? I think it's 2 over. Maybe another. Yeah. I get it. The Elimination Chamber matches, both of them, they take a while. I get that. But like 4 matches, bro? 4 matches. And if this wasn't Elimination Chamber, this wasn't the Royal Rumble, this was, I don't know, Backlash, we maybe get 5 matches. Maybe 5. While AEW, they can smack like 10 matches on some shit. No commercials. That's the biggest one too. Forget the number of matches. No commercials. They'll go ad free with 10 whole matches. And you'll be watching it and they'll be like, damn, they ain't had a commercial break. Not once. Not once. They didn't put some stupid ass sponsor on the table. Not once. And don't get me wrong, they got their sponsors too. They put them in the ring sometimes. But they don't go overboard like WWE, how they been pimped the fuck out. The AEW needs to move to Mondays. Start back Monday Night Wars. Hey, put HBO Max versus Netflix. Hey, I'll be here for it. I would be 100% here for it. You know what they need to do actually? My thing about AEW, the slight gripe. Collision. Specifically Collision, like them Dynamite on Wednesday, that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. I would prefer a Monday for Dynamite because, well, I would love to see how the numbers compete. No, I would love to see that shit. But Collision, they are in the worst slot for viewers, and I say this because Saturday's a day where people are active. Saturday night, people are active, especially during football season. Most of the big games be around what time? 8 p.m. Basketball, NBA playoffs, most of the big games on the weekend be at what time? 8 p.m. Even regular season, 8 p.m. March Madness, when the biggest games, I ain't gonna say the biggest games, but a lot of big games be happening, 8 p.m. Saturday. That's a problem. They need to move. They desperately need to move that shit to another day. Because I just do not vibe with that shit. And it's the same people that be on Dynamite. There's no brand split. But that just really irks me. Like, come on, bro. Like, move that shit to another day. Or you could do this. Dynamite moves to Monday. Monday Night Wars. Collision moves to Wednesday. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of close. Or like a Thursday. You can get away with like a Thursday, but like keep it during the week, not the weekend. Save the weekend for the PLEs and pay-per-views. Jaguars, Tony Khan, yes, we know. Tony Khan. Man got that stupid money. TK should have grown up here and put a show on Monday night called Monday Night Mayhem. Hey. Hey, I like that. I remember they had a show called Rampage for a little minute too. I think that was back before I got back into watching wrestling and shit. But yeah, they had that show too. I think shortly after AEW debuted. If he can get his head out of his ass, gave us some storyline. They got storylines. Characters, not just 5-star matches. They got storylines. The only thing is sometimes they go so extreme with the storylines. Like they got pouring lighter fluid on people and shit. I'm like, I'm here for that type of shit. But at the same time, it's like I don't need that to be like every Wednesday. Like spread it out. Keep it kind of normal sometimes. Like I don't need to see a nigga get slammed on like big ass finger long spikes and shit on a random Wednesday. It's refreshing, don't get me wrong, but I just don't need to see this shit all the time, bro. Like yesterday, they brought out a vacuum cleaner in the match. They had fire extinguishers and shit. Like, dude, I forgot the blonde hair looking dude. Looked like Cisco. He jumped over there and hit the nasty cutter. But I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, come on. And I will say it's weird too. I don't have a problem with this. It's just a little weird when I see male wrestlers hitting female wrestlers with like more than just moves, but like actual like extra shit. It ain't just like a Randy Orton punt kick or RKO. It's like they doing extra shit. I'm like, interesting. I ain't mad. It's just funny. And I like the fact they can take the bump. It is what it is. And that $5 billion the Netflix that The Rock had part of their asses is gonna get a fire. Hey, remember they brought out The Rock for that Netflix debut too on WWE for Monday Night Raw. Back when Triple H said it's the new era, the Netflix era, and it got it all, brought in all the hype. And that Monday Night Raw actually felt kind of like a PLE because they had Roman, Solo Sikoa for the Ula Fala. They had Cody. They had a bunch of stars in the building. And then the next Monday, it was like back to Monday Night Raw like it was on USA. You think it's funny that people think Triple H gonna push Trick Williams and this man had blackface and say he don't see color? I'm gonna say this: if it was up to Triple H and just him, he absolutely wouldn't push Trick Williams. Hell no, he's sabotaging shit. It ain't too late, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope they don't sabotage it. But he could easily sabotage his shit. Change his theme music to something that don't include "Whoop That Trick" or something that you can't really even say "Whoop That Trick" to. That'd be part of it, and then have him go outside like LA Knight been going and shit. But the thing is this. TKO still got their hand in shit and still have a much stronger influence. So if TKO say, hey, you better push Trick Williams, guess what? Triple H gonna push Trick Williams even if he don't want to. If they say, hey, you better push Obafemi and have him toss every nigga on the roster at once out of the ring, Obafemi gonna be in that ring. He gonna toss every nigga out of that ring. One by one by one by one by one by one by one, sometimes two by two by two by two by two. So yeah. TKO want money. That's what they want, money. If they bring in money, they cool with it. Him and Darby Allin, yeah, they be wilding. They be Moxie be doing some crazy shit. I still remember them spikes stuck in man's back, bro. I was like, that was the nastiest shit I've ever seen in wrestling. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I forgot somebody snapped a leg. I forgot who that was. It might have been an indie show or something. I know somebody snapped a leg, and I was like, But that shit, Moxley with it, the spikes was stuck. Yeah, that shit was nasty. Everything's gonna push the black wrestlers. What did I just say, Jason? Oh wait, that's a different person. But no, seriously, what did I just say? TKO got more power. If Triple H himself, I'm gonna say this one more time for the slow kids in the back. If Triple H had all the booking power, none of these niggas would be where they are right now, especially these young ones. But there's this company called TKO that is over WWE, and they make decisions and say, "Hey, motherfucker, you gonna push him," and that's what happens. You gonna push him. Triple H gonna push him, because if not, Triple H ain't gonna have that job anymore. They setting up black people for a failure because when they pushed Trick Williams and Oba Femi, I was wondering what the fuck family was for a minute. I was like, huh? But Oba Femi and Javon said, hey, we can't sell tickets. They're gonna make it look like the black man can't draw. Too bad the internet exists and we know better than that. I say the one that's probably the most prone to getting fucked over would be Javon Evans. Because that's the one they done the most whole shit to. From the moment he been on the main roster. And not even when he really officially got brought up to the main roster. There was a Friday Night SmackDown. Again, it was actually that same one I was talking about with Cody Rhodes with the Peacemaker line with him, Logan Paul, and John Cena when they was in Knoxville last summer. Javon Evans was in a match with I think it was Ray Phoenix. I want to say it was Ray Phoenix and somebody else. I think it was like a tag match. I noticed who took the pin, which was Javon Evans. I was like, that's interesting. Fast forward, that was actually the same night it was R-Truth's last appearance in WWE before he resigned. But anyway, fast forward, Monday Night Raw, they showed Javon Evans him sign the contract. It's a commercial break. We didn't even see it. You had to go to YouTube and see a fucking highlight of it happening. Like, I don't remember seeing that when I was watching the Netflix stream. Interesting. So, yeah, and then again, like somebody said earlier, the Offset shit. They put an Offset with why? You don't need Offset as your muscle. Like, if they was trying to go at an angle with guns and shit, which in this day and age, and in arena, if they went that route, sure, maybe Offset. That's a crazy. I wonder if they've done that before. I wonder if wrestling's. I'm sure somewhere in wrestling they've done like a gun angle. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if they've done this. I'm sure some indie have tried to do some gun related shit and probably got the shit closed. But yeah, man, you don't need Offset as your Offset shouldn't be your muscle. He's not muscle. If you wanted to get somebody to be muscle, if you wanted to go the hip hop route, shit, go ahead, just get 50 Cent. I know he old, but get 50 Cent. Just get 50 Cent. Everybody know him. He bigger than Offset. Like, just get 50 Cent. Then Nick Khan took back. Yeah, Nick Khan made Triple H resign R-Truth. Remember that? Because if it was up to Triple H, like I said earlier, guess what? R-Truth would not be back. Yeah, that's some. Surprised they fuck with rappers like that, but you get rappers in the crowd, so no surprise. The thing is this: rap is beyond mainstream because it's like old white people know rappers. Rap has been around much longer than whenever I was younger. Like rap's been around what 40, damn near 50 years now. Like it's not some new genre anymore. Like it's been around a while. Like you got rappers that's been in the game for 20 plus years. You couldn't say that 10 years ago. You was lucky to get to 15. But now you got 20 and 30 years. Like Snoop's been in rap for over 30 years. Just think about that. So yeah, that's nothing new. They've been had rappers and shit in wrestling for a long time, even back when Vince was doing shit. And it's a good way to, put asses in seats or it's a big name. Because they know since they don't push a lot of their young talent the way that they should, they gotta rely on celebrity acts like Travis Scott. People who ain't got no business being in the ring. Cardi B hosting SummerSlam, even though that bitch don't know shit about nothing. There's all this little shit like that. Putting Jelly Roll to match with Randy Orton because people know who he is. And then on the other end, you gotta rely on the old acts, the Bill Goldbergs. I ain't gonna say Cena because he was retiring, but The Rock. They gotta keep going back to the nostalgia well. So they gotta go either this way or that way. Yeah, man, Trigger's off to a good start, but other than that, Nash is laughing in his pajamas. No one's ever said, "Man, I wish I saw a Kevin Nash match." Nobody's looking up Kevin Nash matches on YouTube, so I really don't care what he got to say. And what he said about Javon is fucking crazy, and it goes back to who is he cool with again? Triple H. That's an interesting comment. Well, I watched Elimination Chamber this week. I intended to. I forgot what date it was. I forgot it was this weekend. I'm going to a what is it? I don't even. It's like a medieval cage match. Oh, it's commercial. A medieval like cage match thing downtown. So it's like apparently like I think the first week of the month or something they do. It's my first time going, but my friend told me about it. Basically, they got like a UFC style cage in this place. I call it the Beer Castle. It's like Schultzbrow, so a German spot, like legit German beer, German bratwurst. They got the women got the German dress looking shit. Like it's all German as fuck. And they got like this cage, like a UFC cage, and they got like medieval knights and shit. They got swords, dog. Like real fucking swords and shit. And they like doing combat in a cage, bro. I'm like, I want to see this shit. So that's what I'm gonna do that shit. And I was kind of mad at the time because like 8 and then elimination chambers at 7. I was like, fuck. And you gotta be there early to get a good spot because it be packed and shit. I was like, damn. So I want to watch the whole thing. I want to watch highlights because the highlights they do for PLEs, they be skimping motherfuckers. They be like, we gonna show you 3 minutes of this 20-minute match. I'm like, no, nigga, this is an elimination chamber match, motherfucker. Show me at least 10 minutes, at least. But like 3 minutes, they ain't gonna cut it. But I'm gonna watch like a replay of it, try to find it. Probably when I get home or like Sunday morning or something. Because I really want to see the men's one more than the women's. Because it's like I just want to see the spots that say Javon has, the RKO's Randy might hit on people, things like that. I do want to see Jey Uso go outside in that match. That's for sure. So they have a clip of Dwight Howard of Monday Night Raw. I remember seeing a little bit of that. This big ass standing there. From Atlanta. It makes sense. Said he didn't even know who Cody was. He didn't even know who Kofi Kingston was. That's a problem. This is that whole. It's not even just Dwight Howard. But like what you described is a big problem. Is them bringing celebrities. They're them focusing on celebrities at the ringside shit. Like this ain't an NBA game. Like I don't give a fuck who's in this row or that row. If you just gonna show them. On top of that, that's another thing. You bring in people who don't even know who these motherfuckers are, just to say that so and so is there because you probably gave him free tickets. But that's crazy. He ain't know who Cody. That's funny because Cody. No, he was born in Charlotte, and then went to school in Atlanta and shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it goes back to saying, I remember there was people who would say Cody Rhodes was the face of WWE for a minute, and I said, no, the fuck he's not. Just because he's champion, he is not the face. People don't fuck with Cody Rhodes like that for real. And then there's this dude named Roman Reigns. When he came back, he got a much bigger pop. And every time, because they will milk his returns until it never happens anymore. Because this man can return 10 times in a year and every time get a huge pop. Even though we know, well, then again, it's because we know we ain't gonna see this man every week. It's like we gonna see him once or twice in like a 3-week span, and then we ain't gonna see him for like 3-4 months, and then he come back again and just rinse and repeat. But yeah, Cody Rhodes just ain't it. He really ain't. You missed the old chambers, intimidating. This one looks like a playhouse. Everybody know the Undertaker too, because most importantly, the Undertaker's been around. Because I'm trying to think about the age too. Dwight Howard, I know he's older than me by what he got to be. He definitely in his 40s, but like he grew up seeing the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say he grew up seeing Kofi Kingston because when Kofi Kingston kind of got bigger, Dwight Howard was already in the NBA. He was already with the Magic and shit. I think he was on his way to the Lakers by that point. Cody Rhodes was just getting his feet wet for real in WWE on the main roster like that. Exactly. Exactly. Every time that man get on the microphone, I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Cody finna give us a history lesson we ain't asked for about wrestling. It's like him and Jey Uso are the two. Actually, there's a few. I'll say there's probably about three. I will say whenever they come on the screen, I know it's time to get up and do something else. Becky Lynch, the moment she is on the screen and she got a microphone, I'm like, oh, time to go. I ain't trying to listen to this bitch scream and shit about some stupid shit. Time to go. CM Punk is getting there too when he's in the ring by himself. He basically saying the same shit every week. That's another like, oh, time to go. Time to go and do something else for a little bit. Jey Uso. That one for obvious reason. As soon as I hear it's just me, Uso. Oh, it's just me. It's just time to leave. That's the fuck it is. I ain't trying to see this nigga do this yeet shit and run it back. No, nigga, get the fuck. Nope. Oh, one more. Sami Zayn. Anytime Sami Zayn on the screen. Unless I hear a laugh in the background and it's a person with them lemon pepper steppers on, I'm like, oh, he finna talk shit. Let's go. That's the only time. Say Cody Triple H. I wouldn't even put him in his Triple H 2.0. Like at least people knew Triple H and Triple H, which both of them, I will say both of them do have this in common. They are the entrance is the peak of them is really their entrance. But even Triple H's highs are better than Cody Rhodes' highs overall. So I wouldn't say Triple H 2.0. He get the John Cena treatment, but he don't have the same promo skills as like John Cena. Every now and again, Cody can cut a good one, but it was like that's the thing about Cena is like you could say he got the 5 moves of doom or whatever and all that shit in the ring, which he improved and clearly showed he can do a lot more than just that. But he always could fall back on. He got some good promos. He could always fall back on that shit no matter what. But does WWE have less household names they used to in the early 2000s? 2010 is gonna be the last one. Absolutely less because they're not pushing the young guys. Like the only household names I would say now that you could probably bring up and people like, oh, I know who that is. Believe it or not, I would actually say Cody Rhodes only because you could say son of Dusty Rhodes and somebody older be like, I know who Dusty Rhodes is, or I've seen him before. That's the only reason why. Roman Reigns, because he finna be the next Rock. He finna be in movies and shit. CM Punk. Brock Lesnar, obviously Brock Lesnar, but he on his way out too. Other than that, like how legitimate household names, I mean, it's a stretch when I say Seth Rollins. It's a stretch because Seth Rollins does do the Netflix. I think in some other like he does like football analysis for the Bears and shit. He's a big Chicago Bears fan. I think when he said when he retires from wrestling, he wants to get into actual like NFL media and shit. So Seth Rollins might be one. You see him on Club Shay Shay, The Pivot. But I've never just had a casual conversation with just a random person about Seth Rollins, so I can't confirm that one. But if he was a household name, I wouldn't be surprised. Who else? Women now who would be household names. I want to say Rhea Ripley, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone didn't know who that was. Would not be surprised. Or maybe Bianca Belair. That might be about it. Tiffany Stratton, no. She just looked like cookie cutter white girl. Jay Cargill, no. Liv Morgan, no. Yeah, I think that might be the only one. Damn. Mm. I personally liked Dashing Cody Rhodes. That was a cool gimmick of his. And that was a dope theme song too. And then he went to undashing Cody Rhodes when his face got fucked up. Oh, he definitely been stale. He been stale before that. I say this, I prefer Punk to have the title over Seth Rollins. That's for goddamn sure. But still, like who on the Raw roster can you really currently? Who can you really put the title on like that? Mate, besides like obviously LA Knight, but even then, I feel like they might turn on him. They might would turn on him because that's how it always goes. It's like they be happy you get the title, and then at some point they turn on you, and it's usually due to booking. It's because like the chase is the best part, and then after that they just throw them in whatever. It's like that's like, oh, we ain't really had no plans anymore. It's like how Drew McIntyre won, everyone was happy, and then it's like the way they got this man scared, and then the time a couple weeks ago he was trying to cut a promo, he got jumped like 2-3 times before he was able to cut his promos. Like, bro, he's the champ. Why is he getting jumped 3 times in one episode? Like, he's really getting treated like LA Knight for real. Like, what? Like, in what world does a nigga get jumped 3 times on one show? 3 times, bro? Like, come on. One time I get, maybe two, but 3 times? Come on. So never be another star. They need. I can't believe I'm saying what I'm gonna say, but they need TK. TKO got to be on their ass about specific wrestlers, and they'll get themselves some superstars. To the American. Oh, there we go. American Nightmare is a heel character, but he's playing a baby face for some reason. Remember, his dad was American Dream. You know the flip. You know the flip flop, the opposite. Yeah, I always did find that weird. It's like you the American Nightmare, but you a face, and you don't want to turn heel, even though you played a better heel when you had the dark hair and you was part of Legacy and the dashing Cody. Like he was way better as a heel than as a face. Because they do say Cody Rhodes faked than a motherfucker. They say he a politician. And for some reason, Cody Rhodes does not like being booed. He likes being the face and all this shit. I mean, we saw it in AEW. But he really would be a much better heel than a face. Like seriously, just go ahead and do it. He didn't show tendencies of being a heel. Go ahead and do it. Facts. I think another knock is LA Knight's age too. That's another thing on him. The age. Cause like he up there. Punk should turn heel. That's another one. His best work is as a heel. Because funny enough, when he was a heel, obviously not after the Jeff Hardy shit with the Straight Edge Society, but after the pipe bomb and the next stuff, people was rocking with him. He was really the voice of the voiceless, the man of the people, all the other shit. Because it was him versus Cena, super clean cut Cena and shit. But now that he the corporate sellout, it's like you ain't the same CM Punk. 3 years still don't have a title reign for LA Knight. I forgot which match it was when it was just like, yeah. I think it might have been Royal Rumble. I think that was it. That was when I was like, yeah, he ain't never getting that shit. 100%. And they not beating the allegations that AI, they use the AI to book shit. Actually, you know what? Now I think about it, AI could think of some way better booking shit than what they doing right now. They just need to go ahead, make the nigga heel. I know he don't want to get booed and shit. The Rock didn't even push for it, and that's how we end up with John Cena turning heels because Cody didn't want to do it. And then that ain't the first time that's been proposed. Just like, damn, just fucking turn heel, man. Shit. Punk and Cody very unlikable. I think the biggest thing with both of them is just they don't, despite being faces, they don't genuinely. It don't feel genuine. Like when Punk cut the pipe bomb promo, there was some truth to what he was saying. He was actually speaking like from the heart on some shit. Cody Rhodes is like, nah, nigga's a whole politician. Like you coming out there in suits and shit all the time. I'm like, bro, you coming out in a suit? I don't trust you. I just don't trust you. You got bleached blonde hair and you damn near 50. Like midlife crisis face ass. Like I don't, and this ugly ass neck tattoo. I'm like, I don't trust you, bro. I don't trust you. It's like part of you wants to be like a biker, other part wants to be a politician, and the other person wishes he was 20. Like, make up your mind, nigga. What the fuck are you? And then there's the lisp too. That holds him back. Said Punk looking like a billboard with all the tats. Thing about Punk, that man be getting winded just running to the ring. Like I know I shit on Jay Uso for this, and obviously Jay. Here's the thing: Jay's not sober. That don't make it okay. But like Punk, he don't drink or smoke. So like, nigga, what is your excuse? Well, why are you so winded? I know you're old, but like, you shouldn't be this damn winded. Shit. Like, come on, bro. That would be the best character if they ever did it. There's always been the joke about Homelander Rhodes. They need to go full Homelander. That would be cinema. Assuming they booked it right and everything, that would be the best thing for him. That would really be the American Nightmare for real. Instead of you to face with the American Nightmare, you know. But yeah, man, I'm finna slide on up out of here, man. I have fun chopping up with y'all there wrestling. You feel me? They're wrestling shit. Um, hit the like button too. I don't think I said that like one time. Hit that damn like button. Elbow drop that like button. OG cutter that like button. Sweet chin music that like button. Put the like button in the walls of Jericho if you want to. Give it a F5. Hell, give it a spear. Not the Jey Uso kind, but the Roman Reigns kind. Better yet, the Edge kind in his prime before the neck thing. So yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Comment who you got winning the Elimination Chamber. Or who's the next big star? Is it Trick Williams? Is it gonna be somebody else? Is it gonna be Braun Breaker when he gets back? And they just refresh his character? Man, let me know, man. But y'all